Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the news, it just got worse for Jimmy Kimmel. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy, things are not looking great for you, my friend, and now they're looking worse because not only was Jimmy Kimmel taken off the air by ABC, we know about that, and we know that he may never come back. Now, the scuttlebutt is that ABC wants him back, but the scuttlebutt is also he had a monologue prepared. He had a monologue prepared 2 nights ago that they said he would have never been able to come back from, that it was actually worse than what he said previously. And in the aftermath of what happened to Charlie Kirk, I can't imagine he could get much worse, but he is a loathsome individual as far as I'm concerned. But Brendan Carr has announced that Jimmy Kimmel could also be the subject of an FCC investigation over his comments, which were at the very best an inartful way to say what he said, and at the very worst, a downright lie to millions of people. Now, that does violate FCC standards. Can you actually press the case? I don't know. A lot of these things haven't been tried yet. But maybe it's time we try them. Normally, I'm against the suppression of speech of any kind. I don't like it. I don't like any of those things. I think we should have free speech, even if I hate the speech. But sometimes, the only way you can, actually every time with a bully, the only way you can defeat him is to strike back. And for the entire Biden presidency, they did everything they could to suppress our speech and cheered as it was done. So maybe this time we don't take the higher ground. Maybe this time we show them exactly what it's like and exactly what they did to us. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that, so please watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
The comment that Jimmy Kimmel made on Monday night, it comes after what he shared in the short aftermath of Kirk's assassination, where Jimmy Kimmel wrote, quote, "Instead of the angry finger pointing, can we just for one day agree that it is horrible and monstrous to shoot another human? On behalf of my family, we send love to the Kirks and to all the children, parents, and innocents who fall victim to senseless gun violence." Now, this decision tonight has raised many questions beyond the actions of an individual company. That's because this announcement comes just hours after we heard from the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, in an interview where he said that Jimmy Kimmel should be removed over his comments about Charlie Kirk's killing.
When you look at the conduct that has taken place by Jimmy Kimmel, it appears to be some of the sickest conduct possible. As you've indicated, there are, avenues here for the FCC. So there are some ways in which I need to be a little bit careful, because we could be called ultimately to be a judge on some of these claims that come up. Look, there's calls for Kimmel to be fired. I think, you could certainly see a path forward for suspension over this. And again, the FCC is going to have remedies that we could look at.
Like what Jimmy Kimmel said or not, find it tasteful or distasteful, that is the FCC chair saying there, in the wake of that there are remedies that the FCC could look at. One thing that's important to note here as we look at this is how Kimmel's departure from the airwaves has been a goal for President Trump's for quite some time, long before the comments that he made about Charlie Kirk and how Trump was responding to his death. Trump himself has said more than once that he wanted Jimmy Kimmel off the air. On July 29th, this is what he wrote after CBS announced it was canceling Stephen Colbert's late night show.